American attitudes had been, I had thought, quite conciliatory. Toward the end of last year, on the sideline of the G20, Biden met with Xi, said we could be competitive without being confrontational. We thought it was to be followed up with a mission by Secretary of State Blinken, which didn't happen because of the balloons. We didn't send balloons over China. They sent balloons over the United States, and why, no one can really fathom.
They weren't party balloons.
We haven't made a big deal of it to humiliate them. We shot down the balloons. So it seems that we've been quite conciliatory, and then they come up with this kind of rhetoric. So what do you make of that? Are they spoiling for a fight?
Interestingly, Qin Gang's language, the Foreign Minister's language yesterday, addressed directly the balloon question, and he accused the United States of having behaved in an escalatory fashion in its handling of the surveillance balloon, which was sent over US territory. China's position up until now, by the way, is it's a harmless weather balloon. It's out there collecting meteorological data. And of course, we wait to see the final outcome of the examination of all the kit and the equipment hanging off this device when it was shot down by the United States off the coast of North Carolina. But if you look at the spectrum of all of this, last year was tricky. Speaker Pelosi's visit in August to Taiwan really sent the relationship into a spiral and created a series of quite destabilizing war games and war exercises and live fire drills right around Taiwan.
I didn't add before the reference to Speaker Pelosi's visit, which they might have thought was provocative, but Speaker McCarthy was supposed to visit Taiwan, and then he called it off because he thought it was to be too provocative. So what could be more conciliatory than that, even though he's meeting with the president of Taiwan somewhere in California? It's not the same as his taking an official visit to the island.
Within the worldview of the Chinese Communist Party and their definition of the One China policy, any official level contact between representatives of the US administration and senior representatives of the United States Congress and the Taiwanese authorities fall outside the definition of the One China policy. And the Chinese description of these events is that Speaker Pelosi's visit as the third-ranking person under the authorities granted by the United States Constitution as Speaker of the House was in plain violation of the One China policy. And this, in their view, represents a growing pattern of America walking away from the definition of the One China policy laid out in the so-called three communiques, starting with Henry Kissinger's visit in '72, through to Nixon's visit, through to '79 with diplomatic relations, and then again in '82. These, for them, constitute the definitional framework for the One China policy.